right, we're live. So I'm going to put the stream output into Discord so you guys can see it. In the meantime, can we do some character introductions, just starting with the alphabetical order?
Oh dear. Right. I lost my brain for a second. Sorry.
I hope you find it.
Atlin. Atlin is an elf from the land Blues control. You'll notice that he has a lot of scars all over his face, his hands, everywhere. And upon his hands are the brands of snakes. He wears leather armor that looks more like it's been run down over the years through traveling and battle. He carries around a two-handed saber, obviously meant for horseback. And alongside that, he does now recently have a new pet warhorse, which I still have yet to find a name for. Outside of that, though, I can't really think of anything else to describe.
Right on. I mean, I think you covered the important bits. Basically, a Mongolian-styled horseback warrior who was great way to get us started.
Of course.
Let's hear from Deather. What are you all about?
Hang on. I'm lost in the sauce trying to find my character sheet here. I want to bring it up so I don't forget the stuff I done again. Oh, there it is. Okay, so Deather Actionbrand is a cleric of Brondo, who is of around 30 years of age, approaching middle age, or pretty much middle age for the time and such, and is usually adorned in red robes, leather robes, and goes about swathed in chain armor and carrying a shield slung over his back, typically, as he goes about, with coif underneath his chain coif underneath his leather hood. He walks about with a quarterstaff and has a symbol of his religion, i.e., a monkey's fist, hanging off his belt. And he also carries two magical swords that hang off of his side as well, that being a smiling scimitar that speaks loudly and frequently whenever it has opinions about things, and a wooden sword of strange make that reads the minds of plant creatures. He also typically has a few cats that follow him around as well, and a pipe that he puffs frequently from, and when he chooses to call forth the magic of it, can engulf entire rooms in smoke. But yes, that is he.
Very nice. Thank you for your intro.
Of course.
What's up his core? Let's hear from you.
Core, spelled Qheur, is a very obvious cleric. He carries a mysticism about him and doesn't have much conversation with it.
Tabala turned down for the stream volume for right now.
Yeah, I muted him on one side. He's the newest joiner of the party. His eyes are sunken back with chronic loss of sleep, but bright with the thrill of adventure. Around his neck hangs a amulet of Garmir, wood now, although he'd prefer something a little finer. He's chainmail clad, a rapier at his left hip, a shield on his back, and two throwing spears beside him. Or at least they would be if they weren't presently down in a mushroom pit.
Nice. Really excited to see what happens with Core. I know that Core very much values his mortality and his life, and spent much of the last fight keeping a safe distance from some sentient mushroom faces and hurling rocks at them from the safety of the rear rank. That was a funny situation. Thank you much. Let's hear about Rory, a newcomer to our campaign today.
All right. Indeed.
Welcome.
Thank you. Rory Coldgrove is a human, middle-aged. He used to be a guard for Lord Reginald on tax shipments, and he noticed how much money the Lord was bringing in from all the peasants. Decided he wanted to cut of the change, and so he decided to strike out on his own and wander the land, and maybe get up to some mischief, and basically anything he could do to slight Lord Reginald, he was game for. So
Nice.
he's a little disenfranchised with being a guardsman, but he's not against, extra money. So that's Rory.
Nice. I see that.
He is not adorned in much jewelry as some of the other characters have been,
Yeah, not yet.
at least that I've
Not
done
yet.
so far.
Rory's basically had it with extortion
He does
money.
wear leather armor, nothing super heavy. Most of his weight goes into his armaments.
Sweet. Very happy to have you. Tabala, do you have noise suppression available on your device? Because I think the noise suppression will cut out the background noise just fine, and you won't need to mute. But then again, I don't know what kind of device you're on right now. Maybe Tabala is having technical difficulties right now. We'll come back.
Oh, I'm just on my computer, sorry.
Oh, sure. Down in the bottom left on your computer, there's like a waveform symbol right next to the button that hangs up. Can you give that a click, and we'll see if it takes out your background noise? Discord's pretty good about it.
I don't see that button anywhere.
So in the bottom left of your Discord, where it says disconnect, you know where the hang up button is?
I don't see that anywhere.
So it's just to the right of video connected.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you hover your
Hold on.
mouse over, there's two buttons. One of them says noise suppression powered by Crisp. That's the one that we want.
I don't see that on here.
Do you see the button that hangs you up, like the disconnect button?
Is it maybe because I'm just using the site and not the app?
Oh, that could be.
That might
Yeah.
be it.
That could be.
Yeah. I have that, and then below that there's like 4 things that I could turn on my camera or share my screen
Right.
or do an activity or open the soundboard, but there's no noise cancel option.
Interesting. I wonder if there's something in like voice and video settings or something.
Yeah, that
Is it
might be an
is it possible for you to download the Discord app? It's because we can hear your fan like loudly in the background.
Yeah, I'll see if I can do that.
Okay.
Okay, I'll just mute myself for now.
Okay, we'll come back. We'll come back. No shade.
Young looking, maybe human equivalent 25 to 30-year-old elf with bright pink hair and bright pink eyes from Sellen's Grove. She is currently the reason we are in the caves in the veins of the earth, because she was hit by the Leyloom with ferric ruin, which is a disease that basically means she will die on July 1st unless we get into these caves and find 20 parallax mushrooms and have, I believe it was 2,000 silver to be cured.
Right. Right now it's June 17th in our game on our calendar of happenings. And for any players that want to see previous events that have gone on in our campaign, this is available on our Google Drive. So you can come check this out if you're interested. But yeah, she's going to die real soon. We don't have a whole lot of time. Was it July 1st is when you'll die?
That is what I wrote down last session, yes.
All right. Yeah. So that's the whole reason why we're here right now, trying to get a cure for that. So, thank you very much, guys. Just to put you into our world, where we're at right now is... Oh my god, why is this freaking bot not working? I've really been grappling with the music bots today. I don't know what it is. But we are inside the veins of the earth where
They'll give you help
light...
sometimes.
It's true.
They're very pesky.
Where an all-consuming darkness. I wouldn't describe it as a magical darkness, just an unnatural darkness. And down here is a very alien and unknown place underneath the dwarven fortress of Mournhold, which we have on the map right now. That's our party symbol. That's one of my cats, Artie. And we are going to be joined now by some late additions to the party. We have Death or Action Brand joining us, and is accompanied by Rory. I think that Deather was responsible for leading Rory to the party, but frankly, Rory, when Deather was trying to give you a physical description of what the party looked like and who to keep an eye out for, what do you think that would sound like, Deather?
So you know, have any of y'all ever seen the Dick Tracy movie?
Dick Tracy movie?
No.
I don't think so.
Oh wow. All right, well, you need to go back, like rewind your life 20 years and watch the Dick Tracy movie at some point. But anyway, there's a character in it known as Mumbles, and basically his only mode of communication is that he goes like, so basically it would just be like that. Like it was just it's decipherable words if you were able to slow it down, but like it's such a jumble of chaotic speed that it just turns into a bunch of the words like meh all stuck together in a bizarre way that you can't really decipher.
Or, I think that makes good sense. He's been cursed, essentially. He's been cursed that he has this deep, wide knowledge of how the game works, and that he is in a game and there's such thing as an armor class and experience points and whatnot, but he cannot be comprehended. He can understand others, but communication is purely a one-way road. You say things to him, he'll get it. But if he tries to convey meaning to you by writing or blinking or something, you're not going to understand it. So if you say like, hey, Deather, if you want a drink, nod your head, he'll like look at you and like wink. Like he just cannot communicate in a way. So we're trying to break that curse. That's another big quest for the party, and I think we'll get there. I think we'll get there eventually, because once he can cast level 3 level spells, he'll be able to cast what is it, like remove curse on self? That's what we're trying to do. So right now the party is picking through the bodies of these awful mushroom men, and I think I'm going to dig through the Dido chat so I can bring up an image of one of these mushroom guys and show it on the main monitor. Let's hope this works. Yeah, that's what they look like. And we killed like 12 of them. Killed like 12 at once. They were they weren't too dangerous, but they did cause a couple of our players to feel like their skin was roasting underneath light. So the party was trying to figure out what we could do about that. Some people were talking about, well, maybe we can eat these, or maybe we can plant them or something. So from here, I'm gonna leave it open to the party. What do you guys want to do? You're in a dark open cave chamber that has an awful smell with little sandstone pockets throughout, and it feels like your lights are burning much more efficiently than they normally would. And we just picked a number of parallax pods, and we have not explored this chamber yet, so we only know about the one entrance, and then it goes down. Like you guys are on a lifted area, and it goes down about 10 feet into the open chamber where we found the parallax pods. We haven't explored, but this room is definitely larger than like a medium-sized house in America. So whatever you guys want to do.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's the afternoon today? Is that correct?
I don't think anyone has a timepiece, but you guys set off on your adventure in the morning.
In the morning. Okay. Because I remember last session we also sent some mail to get the wands to us, and we were hoping to get that by tomorrow. So I think as long as by the end of today we know we need a set back out of the cave for tomorrow, we'll be good to continue exploring.
I think so. I'm going to bring up the calendar. So today is the 17th, and you will definitely receive the wand in 2 days. Definitely receive it in 2 days. It might arrive early. That's where we're at right now. You know, I'll roll a die to determine if it's quick or if it's slow. Okay. I know what day it will arrive, but you guys are expecting 2 days at the latest. Oh my god.
Always better now.
It is so much better. I'm gonna turn you up. Thank you very much for making that accommodation. I didn't realize the web version didn't have noise suppression. I didn't know that.
I just checked it out. It does, but it's not the good kind.
Not the good kind? Okay.
Yeah, it's hidden in the settings, and it's just the basic bog standard one, which would not cut out the fan.
I see. All right. Well, we're good now. We're sitting in that large open chamber with the awful smell, the sandstone pockets, and we picked a couple of parallax pods. The party has found one entrance/exit where we fought in, but we haven't explored the rest. So that's where we're at right now. Can we get a character description from Nasava?
Alright, so my name is Nasava. I am a dwarf, originally from Cat Basement, which is, I believe, where we're still at right now.
We're over in Mournhold now. We left Cat Basement.
So I'm pretty standard. Oh, we are?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I missed the last session, sorry.
That's okay.
So pretty standard. My weapon I tend to use an axe. but I'm not very good with it. I think I've maybe hit once. I'm very unskilled in combat. My whole goal in this party is there is an artifact that went missing from Cap Basement, the Throne of our King, and I'm trying to get it back, and that is what we believe is inside the Maze of the Blue Medusa. So it's inside that. And so my whole goal is to get that back.
Nice. And do you have your cats with you on this adventure? You had to travel about a 2 days trip away from home, and I'm just wondering, do you take any cats with you?
Yes, probably. Yeah, I would take my cats.
Do they have names or descriptions about them?
No, they don't.
Okay. I'm sure they're very cute.
That's a given.
I know that Death or Action brand, our cleric, has orange cat. That was quite brave. I remember that.
Oh yeah.
All right, so back to the adventuring. What are we gonna do? What's our plan?
Continue on, probably.
I mean, we did dig up some parallax pods, or well, the plant itself. We have all those mushroom dudes. We could transport them back up, get some money, and restock a couple things, but Atlan can't go into the light,
Yeah.
so that's an issue.
All
So
right.
sure.
It is split between choosing to go back and cash in a little bit and then go back down, or just continue forward.
Right on.
I just
So-
got here with the promise of money, so I'm game to go deeper. I would love to get some loot.
Love it. If you guys want to explore like every corner of this room, we can spend 10 minutes doing so, or you guys can like give me a methodical plan and maybe we can cut down on that time. I just want to hear what the party's looking for around here. Do we want to spend 10 minutes to find everything around here? I just need people who are holding their lights to mark that time is.
And we're on the same internet, so.
Oh
Ooh,
dear.
weird.
I can hear you guys. Was my internet like super bad? Because I'll say something and
It's not bad, it's just a bit of a delay.
there's a
Yeah,
bit of a
yeah.
delay. Interesting.
Yeah, so like one of us will say something, and then like 6 seconds later you'll respond to it, but someone else is already talking.
Interesting. I don't mean to interrupt. Maybe if I restart Discord, it'll
No, I
get
mean,
better.
and of course not. But
See you in a second.
Mhm.
all right, while he's gone, let's go loot the entire room.
Yeah,
We
Boosh.
literally can't do that.
Vox Populi.
We're gonna restart Discord. We're gonna restart. Like that little mountain symbol down there, that means Discord is not connected. So we'll hope it improves. My Wi-Fi connection is definitely good enough. It's looking like my connection is better. Maybe? Hello, I am responding. Less delay. Is it like natural? Is it making sense now? Oh, thank God. Well, we'll see if that keeps happening. Aspect of the game, because much of our adventures have been in civilized places where you can buy a room and get fed, and it wasn't that big of a deal as long as you just spent the money on these things. But now you might go days, weeks, months without easy food, and you might need to hunt or make your own rations. So as long as you guys are taking care of your own light sources and whatnot, I think we're good to go. So, to tell you about what you have found in your 10-minute search. You guys found, now because we don't have any compasses, I'm going to be using like left and right and up and down and in front of you kind of directions. So, in relation to that entrance passageway, if you go down that little ramp and you look to your right, you see a big, wide, 8-foot diameter passage that looks very easily walkable. There's a little bit of moss along the walls there. From the perspective of the ramp straight ahead, you see that there is another passageway, but you would need to like put your hands up, climb up into it, and then you'd be kind of like crawling through a letterbox that's like 2 feet in all directions. You would have to keep crawling through this one. You can't see the end of it. And there's also a 6-foot diameter hole in the center of the room that looks easily walkable as not easily walkable. Looks like you could easily fit through it, but you're going to have to like descend through it either by climbing or by using ropes or some creative means. So I want to know, what are your plans here? And you are more than welcome to ask any questions you want about what you see. Uh, Little pockets of sandstone intermixed with the rocks. A couple of little mushrooms that have long stalks on them.